been taken over by foreign corporate entities, and these people are protecting the show instead of us. So I don't know what happened to that woman. These evil men in black got her. She was on her knees peacefully, and they're just yelling and screaming at her. They've got the woman. I could have taken her down on my own, not fucking 10 guys. I don't know, like 6 guys on this woman and a fucking dog threatening her as well. It's just too much for our Australian people, and we're all cooked. We're literally fried. And did I think I'd ever want to talk on a camera looking like this?
Yeah.
People need to see this. Some of the old people, we've tell everyone that you can just to take a photo, so we've got that evidence of like this is something not natural. We don't know if they're using weapons against their own people, is what it seems like.
And don't stand there and say, as far as you know, you haven't done anything, because you know those fellas are up there, mate.
And he's just following orders.
Don't make it out like we're idiots.
Honey,
because that's disrespectful.
he's following orders. There you go.
Yeah, and you send your little goons. You've got a uniform of pride on, mate, and I know that you put it on because you do it with honour, and I respect that. And so I'm asking, don't treat us like crap like that. That wasn't cool.
What sort of weapon is that? It looks like a sonic weapon. Is that going to give us the shits or something?
No, it's like a high frequency, and that's
Well, thank you for sharing that. I love your toys. I wish you'd use it overseas on enemies of the state, not on law-abiding peaceful protesters.
We don't have enemies of the state yet.
The injuries sustained by many of those involved looked just like concussions, but without the head trauma. Trump pointed the finger at the Cuban government and called on everyone at the U.S. Embassy to abandon their post. The Cubans denied any involvement, and many agreed, speculating the Cubans couldn't possibly have a weapon this sophisticated. But no one even knew what the weapon was. Some believed it was a sonic attack of some sort. Others thought it was radio frequency microwaves. Politicians held congressional hearings. Experts were called in for advice. But there were no answers. No one knew. People thought maybe it was a virus, or some even started to think that diplomats had just gone crazy, that they were suffering from some sort of mass collective hysteria. As time went on, less attention was paid to the strange sounds heard throughout 2017 by diplomats in Cuba. It was a one-off anomaly. But then it wasn't.
That the police have deployed against moms and dads and children. There are children in this crowd. Come on, guys, film it. Put it on the news. Look at the weapons in front of Parliament. They've deployed supersonic weapons. There are kids in this crowd. Shame on the mainstream media. The mainstream media cowards. Come on, mate.
I appreciate that. Quickly, in relation to the convoy, these questions are coming from a constituent. In relation to the convoy to Canberra protest activity at Parliament House just last weekend, pictures of the day appear to show some types of devices at the front of Parliament House in between the entry to Parliament and Parliament lawns where the protest was in fact occurring. Can you confirm whether the AFP had long-range acoustic devices at Parliament House on Saturday?
That would be something that is our police methodology, which we would have to look at some sort of public interest immunity claim, Senator.
Is there any, surely it's in the public interest to know whether or not they were there without delving too much into
I'd have to, if I could take that on notice, I'd have to get advice.
Okay, I'll be happy. I understand. I'll be happy for that. And also, if you could tell us what type they were, please.
Sure.
And can you confirm whether or not they were used at any point?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Imagine the implications of a weapon with no visible trace, a weapon that could knock out tanks, ships, and planes as fast as the speed of light. The same technology with modifications could disorient and even tranquilize military personnel, rendering them virtually helpless in the battle zone. Dr. James Frazier has researched electromagnetic effects for the Air Force for over 10 years, and he, like a small but growing number of weapons experts, feels that radio frequency, or RF weapons, could be the wild card in the ongoing arms race.
You could have tremendous amounts of radiative power.
5G is the future, and it will change the way the world works forever. We're going nationwide. Using airwaves that carry signal farther, 5G will fuel radical mobile innovation that makes our lives simpler and becomes essential the second we experience it. We're planning for a 5G future that covers you from coast to coast and everywhere in between, bringing you the future of wireless. We won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop.
Nothing stops this train. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.